All right, what is going on, guys? I'm traveling right now. I packed my X3, doing some travel workouts out here in this balcony. I thought now would be as good a time as ever to give you guys kind of an update on sorts and just my general comments on using the X3, but with their recommended one set philosophy on their key exercises. I made a whole video, or a whole playlist on X3. You guys can check it above to get some context. But I mentioned around, I think, middle or end of June, summer's going pretty fast, guys, where I started saying, instead of doing my kind of more so to feeling of using this product, which is what I kind of am recommending and promoted, using the Bambor bar setup program, which I can link it above below and also down below in the description box if you guys are curious, that I was going to give it kind of a test run and see, what does the one set, like just one set to failure, does it really produce results? Is that really all you need? Because with the X3, I find that is either what attracts people to this system, is that you only need one set for 10 minutes. And if some people, when they hear that, they're like, that's garbage, that's not gonna work, and it's a sales pitch, it's marketing, it's a gimmick, and that shuns people away. So for whatever it's worth, I've read Dr. Jaquish's reasonings and rationales of why he recommends the one set, and I'll link that down below if you guys are curious. I do think he is definitely sincere about why he recommends these things. And before I go any further, guys, I also want to make this video so you guys can share your personal comments on what you guys have seen with your own personal development and strength and just using this product. If you guys are using one set, if you're not using it, if you tweaked it, let me know down below. So I'll link his rationale down below, but more or less what he's saying, and I do think, I totally think he's sincere about this, because there's a lot of things I can get into of why he could market this differently if he really wanted to. His whole point is that if you're using this thing the way it's meant to be used, going to absolute muscle failure, doing excess repetitions and volume really isn't necessary. And the reason you're doing that with free weights is because that stimulus, that stress is subpar, so you need more volume and sets to get the same equal amount of stimulus that you get with an X3. So that's the overall gist of what he's saying. Using this the way I've been using, and granted, I've been incorporating some other things a little bit, but towards the end of the workout, whenever I did the X3 stuff, it's been over a month, almost going on 2 months. I think it's over a month, whatever. I will say just the overall comments on it that I was surprised that, yeah, you can keep progressing. The strength and recovery is still there. What I noticed a little bit, and I almost didn't want to mention this, is that I think it's very slight. Just personally, what I'm finding in the mirror is that it seemed like my size went down a little bit. That could just be me, though. A lot of other variables I'm experimenting with. Still incorporating some free weights recently. But the point is, what I say is why I'm kind of going away from the one set. I tried it for a bit. I think it's great. The overall, if I were to summarize what I'm about to say, is that I just feel like the workouts are just more enjoyable, and I like them. I get more out of them. And I feel like, honestly, there's a little bit more size difference when I start going back to doing multiple sets. Now, I will say, the reason I don't like multiple sets with this, or just doing one set, I made a video about this saying problems with X3, and one of the problems I found is, not that it's just hard, but yeah, if you start chasing just one set, always trying to beat that number, going towards absolute muscle failure, that might be all you need. But I just find the stimulus is always what I'm kind of chasing, what I'm kind of feeling, is ultimately the feeling of this device. And that's what I initially loved about it, is the way it felt. So in my initial Bambor bar setup program, I even did a workout where I showed you guys what I was doing. I did multiple sets. And I will say, if you do a lot of multiple sets to absolute failure, your recovery will suffer. You're gonna feel that for a few days. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. What I am doing is I'm adding more sets back into it, but the volume and intensity is going down. I'm messing with the rep ranges like I traditionally was recommending and using. I'm doing some drop sets, I'm doing supersets. And this, I did a workout with this thing recently where I was working the total body because I had limited time, a day's working out, so I did a bunch at once. So that was about a 45 to 50 minute workout I was doing with this thing. Much more beyond 10 minutes, did much more sets than I was doing, but I wasn't going to absolute failure. But I will say, with that being said, the workout was much more enjoyable. The stimulus felt awesome. That's why I love this thing, because I'm traveling right now. There's a gym where I'm at. This thing definitely feels better than any piece of gym equipment that I saw down there in that gym that I was at. So I just love the stimulus. I'm having fun with it. And I just say overall that when I was doing it, the muscle pump I was feeling just felt a little different back to how I used to love using it. So for whatever it's worth, if I were to summarize this video, I tried the one set. I'll keep using the one set. I think it is good. I think you can get great gains with using it. But I think for me personally, like I said, I think initially when I started using this, I need a little bit longer workouts. I think just mentally to get more out of a workout, having fun with the workout. I just felt like I'm always going off of feeling and how things feel, and that's why I initially love this product. So I'm kind of going back to really using this thing, taking some tips of what, Dr. Jaquish is saying, what you guys have recommended, and other people use resistance bands, this type of setup, and just making it my own. And that's what I'm kind of encouraging you guys to kind of try things out with. If you're using the one set philosophy and you just, for whatever reason, it's not clicking, it's not sticking, or you just don't like it, mess around with it. Don't give up on the whole thing altogether. That might be heresy to a lot of you guys who are X3 purists, and definitely comment down below, that's fine. I'm just saying that I think I get more out of this, and I enjoy using this thing more by kind of adapting it and playing with it as I would with any other resistance training mode or device. Because I will say there's tons of variables, tons of nuances that go into making things that work for you and your goals. So kind of play with that. That's kind of with my whole Bamber bar setup. Even though it's simplistic as it was, I try to make it somewhat versatile and something you can kind of make your own. So kind of ranting a little bit, guys, I'll shut up. But if you guys are interested in picking these things up, again, I do a promo code down below. This isn't a glorified promo video. All I'm saying is that these things, Harambe, the cheaper setups I've mentioned recently, I love these things, no question. I just think you got to really fine tune and make this something enjoyable that you're going to stick with and adhere to. Mess around with it, get some other tips from other people and apply it and just see what works for you. So that's it, guys. I will see you on the next video.